we have a lot of questions asking about warming up before competition, and like how you get ready before your matches, what you do between the matches. So we're gonna talk about it, and we're gonna give our examples how we do it. So the first thing I think guys should really understand, like your form that you arm wrestle with, you're going 100% in. If you're really dedicated, it's like, let's say that's 100 kilos of weight that you're trying to move. And if you come warming up and trying to move 80 kilos straight from the bat, like without warming up, it's not good. You don't know what bench press.
Will you go for your bench or maximum deadlift without warming and then directly put your, okay, you know you can deadlift 200 kilos and you put 200 kilos and go for deadlift?
No.
Probably you will never do this.
No. You will slowly warm up, and the same thing goes on table. How you warm up really depends on you, but it is, I like to warm up at least 2 times. First, super easy, just going through different motions, putting my arm in different positions, just basically lubricating every joint or activating everything you have. And then after, I don't know, 5-10 minutes, I go and I try a little harder, because then my body understands what's going to happen. You can put yourself in a mindset like, I'm going to arm wrestle now, but your body doesn't understand. And sometimes guys will go and have terrible first match and then come back and win the whole thing because they didn't warm up.
Warm up is an individual process. It should be not the same for everyone.
Yeah.
I can talk again more about myself or maybe my students. I prefer at first it's a general warm up.
Yeah. Go around, shoulders,
maybe some few jumps, maybe some little even sprinting or running, few push-ups if possible, few pull-ups.
Yeah. Jumping and sprinting. Why?
To turn your neural system, to your overall big muscles as well in, and you always should try to do the same in competition what you are doing in your workouts, in your trainings. So if you are warming up in your workouts for 5, for 10, for 7 minutes, do the same in competition.
Yeah.
Do your usual routine, what you are used to do. It's good for physical body, is good for your mind as well, because you are in your use routine. You are also mentally more ready.
What's going to happen.
Yeah.
You're waking everything up that's needed. And the other thing, the jumps, the sprints, some explosive movements. This is for flight or fight like system. You're going to get into the fight, and if you're standing around and you feel a little sleepy, your central nervous system hasn't been activated. So I like to do muscle ups. It always wakes me up, and Jans likes to sprint around the gym.
Yeah, jumps, sprints. Yeah. I start with general, then I warm up specific muscles which I will use in my arm wrestling fight. So it's again some muscles which are doing elbow flexion, wrist curl, or wrist flexors, internal rotation. So those muscles which are involved in movement. And then it's on the table. I do like to warm up on a table, do just sometimes even 2, even 3 warming sets, like 50% maybe of max, 70, maybe 85, 90, closer to max.
But slowly, it's slow. It's not like
one, go around, walk around. Same like you are preparing for your max effort lift. You do like 3, 4, 5. There are theories and there are arm wrestlers who are almost not warming up. They say it's enough for them when they go to table and just fighting for a grip before fight.
It's individual.
Of course, if it works good for you, that's perfect. One more thing, if you are having problems with some injuries, shoulders, elbows, spine, neck, everything, so do some exercise for those, work some easy again, blood pump, or just work on those muscles, some external rotations for shoulder, or some small adductions, or I don't know, scapular retractions or shoulders. Just work on those muscles. You will always feel better if you warmed up, if you do everything, and it is individual process. It is, but you should always be looking. You don't want to leave too much power on the warm up, but you want to come like ready. So another thing that helps me, resistance bands are really great for this, because you can put
like you can start with very small load, you go back, and it gets harder. So I warm up with usually resistance bands, like you said, overall exercises, and then table.
Yeah, in a competition, usually it's a general warm up. So running, push-ups, pull-up if possible. It's rubber for specific muscles, and if possible, it's table. That's how it works for me. One more thing with warm up, it's this mental side. If we talk about competition. So very often competition is a big stressor for a lot of arm wrestlers. So and you can always see those two sides, or you overstressed or under stress. Yeah. So it's apathy.
Yeah.
And on other side is this hyper
excitement or something.
Hyper excitement. Yeah. So in arm wrestling, apathy is not good at all.
No.
If you are in shooting, if you are somewhere where you have to be calm and very focused, that's good to be a little bit apathic. In arm wrestling, that's not good. We should be somewhere in the middle, or maybe a little bit closer to this adrenaline side, but not too much. Yeah. Otherwise, you lose again somehow. And with warming up, you can control those processes. If you feel you are too apathic, so do something more explosive. Do your warm up shorter, but more explosive. Do it faster and more energetic. Yeah. If you are on other side, you are too much excited. You can't calm down. You feel you are already burning energy. You are spending energy. Everything. Do your warm up a little bit more peaceful, slower. Do it sometimes longer. So with warm-upping, you can regulate your also your mind, not only body. Yeah. And it's in a competition. Sometimes that emotional and mental part
you might
same
be very
as
strong.
important.
You might be strong, but if your head is not into it completely, or it's too much there, so it can cause problem. Another thing is what to do between the matches, and like. A lot of people are asking, like, and I was thinking, what do I do between the matches? If I had a big match and my arm is full, I will never do the stretching. I will do maybe like slow dynamic stretch, but I have seen guys standing there, really out stretching their hand. And in my opinion, it doesn't really help.
No, I'm not a fan as well of stretching especially for working muscles. Again, it's a different story if you have some injuries, but I sometimes have shoulder problems and stretching my chest, but not if everything is fine. Yeah. And to stretch, you feel pump in your forearm and try to stretch it out. You will never be able to stretch it out.
No, you will blood will stay there, and also you will lose some power on that muscle.
And you will make even more stress for those muscles.
For muscles.
It's not necessary, and if it works for you, good. But I'm not recommending to do this.
Especially the like flexor muscles or the bicep muscle, the things that are working on. I stretch out my chest sometimes because this will get a little bit tight, and it really doesn't matter here. It matters more here. So stretching out for me doesn't work, but just moving the blood around, just like slow massages. Again, you don't want to be in there 100% in, because it doesn't help. Just move around, get that blood flowing out of your arm, because we all know what it's like when the arm is pumped.
If you usually between fights, if is so-called pumped in arm, or blood is too much and you feel stiff, usually just again general walking, general running, move around will help you better. Get some blood in legs, get some blood in overall body, and then
don't stay on the same place. Just move around, leave that arm. Sometimes lifting it up helps, because then it's higher than the heart, and it will pump the blood out. But everything is individual. Everything will work as long as you see it working. You need to basically, it's habits what happens, It's some things like when someone asks me what I do between the matches, and I'm like, what do I do between the matches? And it's like you already do it, because you know what works.
If it's a super match format, basically nothing. Just rest. Take some coffee, drink water.
Prepare your body. Prepare yourself for that.
The break between fight is too short, and actually almost nothing. Even just massage for arms are.
It's little. It's how much you have prepared, because
it will help you more mentally, physically.
Yeah, if you prepared good, your body will recover fast.
Yeah, different stories about double elimination tournament
where you wait 40 minutes.
Yeah, and it's possible like 40, sometimes even 1 hour between fights. Then yes, you should do some. I would say again, like even warming up.
Yeah, something
and
just
preparing.
to keep the arm.
Or not cool down. Or not cool
A lot of
down.
people are asking what are those things on our arms or something. It's to keep everything warm. Warmer the muscle is, better it gets. You don't want to lose anything when you're cold. So I have waited. You have waited for hours between matches and world championships.
If it's a double elimination with 40 plus people in class,
and everyone's high level.
Yeah, especially some protest or something. It's possible for in the first few rounds. It's possible hour and more. It's very realistic. Like one weight class can last for 4. Yeah, I have been in competitions for 4 and more hours, just a weight class, and then it's semi-finals and finals later.
You don't want to do too much. If you see that you will wait a long time and you feel that you're losing a little bit, getting on apathy side a little bit, then warm up a little bit. But it's nothing against it, but try to stay in game as more you can. And these are things, again, habits that you will just have to find for yourself. You can take our advice, things that we do, but some things are general. You don't start, in my opinion, you don't start 100%. You do some warm up, something slowly.
Watch any other sport, and we all know, anyway, track and field, weightlifting, sport games,
boxing,
football, boxing.
Anyone.
Everywhere you will see people are warming up, and that's not only because someone says that's good for you.
Yeah. It's because you cannot
achieve it's scientifically proved that your performance is improving. It's in your best level when you are generally ready for those races.
Like when I warm up on table the first time, if I'm arm wrestling someone, I feel very weak. But it's just like after we warm up and you feel some blood already in the arm and it's like not used to, and you take 3-5 minutes and you feel 2 times stronger because it already understands what's going to happen. So you can take our advice or do it how you want, but that's it. Stay strong
and love arm wrestling.